Hi Gemini, I'm going to get straight into your reading, and if there's anything else that you feel that you need to know, then you can find it in my descriptions box and in my pinned comments, including the card decks that I've used for your reading as well. And cross watchers, please remember that you can switch the energies around, okay? So you might be watching this because you're dealing with a Gemini, and this could actually be your message. Right, so let's get into this then. Gemini Collective, please, for April 2021. Nice and quick. Gemini, new life is your first card out. New life, birth of new ideas, growth, opportunities, and a time of good fortune. Wow. And it's come out with happy, joy, contentment and fulfillment, finding joy in the present moment, freedom from the shackles of longing and liberation. And then you've got clean it up, getting to the core of a situation, freedom from a burden and getting rid of what's no longer needed. Interesting. So Gemini, you're switching things up then. You're making, I don't really want to use the word dramatic, but that is what's coming through. You're making quite big life changes here. For a while you might have felt really stuck with that freedom from the shackles of longing. So it's like you were either longing for someone or for something. It was like coming up against way too many restrictions, not being able to move freely. There's definitely a liberation here, and I'm feeling quite strongly, Gemini, that this is you changing up your thought process, which is taking you the distance, especially with that clean it up as well. You know, obviously that's all about getting rid of people, places, things, thought processes, anything that's going to pull you under. You're getting rid of those things that are just not serving your highest good. You might have started small and working up to the bigger things. So you might have started off with cleaning any clutter out of your home or in your personal space. You know, getting rid of clothes that you no longer wear, getting rid of ornaments that are just collecting dust and that you didn't really like anyway. Anything like that. You started off small and then you've built it up to the bigger things. So now I'm feeling that it's getting more to the point of you're looking at like your social circle and those individuals who basically you should have released a long time ago and you just never did. There's certainly this breath of fresh air in your reading. Now I think we just had this out for Taurus. It's very similar so far to the Taurus energy. This is looking like there's a new opportunity around the corner for you, Gemini, and this is something that you've been working on for a long time with that egg, and it's showing me that you were never quite ready to unleash this new thing. It could be this new version of yourself, or it could be a new project for some of you. You might have been keeping this a secret as well. For some of you, this is about a straight up career change, life path change, anything like that. You've been keeping this really concealed for a while, but now it's like you feel that you're at that point of confidence where you're ready to unleash this new thing into the world and to see what happens with it, see what it can turn into. It's nice. It feels risky, but it's not a risk that you're taking on a whim. You know, it's a calculated risk. It's really nice. Okay, so we're going to start pulling your tarot and we'll see what else comes out of that for you. It may or may not be connected to your oracle read though, okay? That's in your own personal opinion as to whether or not it connects. Sometimes it works that way and other times it's telling a different story. So we shall see. It's Gemini's energy, please, for April. But, okay, quite a lot. Right, 10 of coins is Mercury and Virgo energy. Strength is Leo. Ace of Swords is air. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. 6 of Wands is Leo. Interesting. 8 of coins is Virgo again. The Magician is Mercury, so Gemini, Virgo. Judgment, trying to remember, Pluto, yeah, Scorpion energy. And the Page of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So I'm going to read these, Gemini. I'm going to put them back in the deck and then we'll pull your proper spread, okay? I am led to read these out first. They came out for a reason, all right? 10 of coins and strength would tell me that, again, risk assessment, right? You've looked at the pros and cons of everything that you were doing. You've figured out what works for you and what doesn't. You're getting rid of what didn't work for you, okay? We're seeing success with this. And for some of you, yes, even financial reward as well. The 10 of coins is all about long term, it's prosperity, it's the card of generations as well. So there's the immediate thing that strikes me with this pairing is that there could be some kind of generational issue or generational trauma where the cycle ended with you as well. And because you were the one that was brave enough to break a particular cycle, we're actually seeing that your life is going to do a complete turnaround and things are going to get a lot easier for you. It feels like a reward for the hard work that you've put in, okay? For some of you, a very small handful of you, this could also be a Leo, another air sign, a Virgo or a water sign, is making a commitment to you. For some of you, a very, very small handful of you, that message is there for you, okay? The Ace of Swords and the 6 of Wands, breakthrough, truth, revelation, clarity, roadblocks being removed, and the 6 of Wands, the Lord of Victory. Wow. So yeah, this is the breakthrough that you need. This is an opportunity here, Gemini, for you to strike out and to show the world what you've really made of, and to make a complete success of yourself as well. And again, for those where this is about romance, this is someone who's wanting your attention. They've been non-verbal. The truth is coming out when it pertains to that. The 8 of coins and the Magician, hard work, dedication, diligence, perfecting your craft as well. With manifesting, making things happen, understanding the laws of the universe, as above, so below. What goes out must come back in again. Yeah, again, you've got yourself to thank here for these successes. Right, you have been the magi, if you like. Let's try and keep this a bit gender neutral. You've been the magi in this, in your life, in this set of circumstances. You have orchestrated your own success. You've really focused, knuckled under. Some of you, you've even gone back to either like college, school, university. There's something about higher learning, and for a small handful of you, this is pertaining to learning about your craft in particular. So some of you might be more sort of spiritually minded. You might be working with the universe, the divine, that sort of thing, perfecting your craft in that particular area and being really successful and actually seeing the results of what you've been manifesting as well. And then Judgment and Page of Cups, someone from your past making a return, could be. Yes, for some of you, I am seeing that, absolutely. You're going to have to make the final decision here, Gemini. Will this offer from the past be beneficial to you? Or will it throw you back into the the old ways of thinking, okay? So you are going to have to use your best judgment here. And it certainly does trigger an emotional response as well. So it's someone who you do have an emotional attachment to. Doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, although granted for some of you it will be. For others of you it could just be like a long lost member of your family, or someone who walked away from a family situation and they're now making their return. It could be that as well. Or a long lost friend, someone that you've never heard of for a long time. They could be making a resurgence as well, spurned on more likely than not through this recent success that you've got. So again, use your best judgment with that, okay? If they were a user in the past, the chances are quite high that they might not have changed, but that's for you to be the judge, right? Judgment. If it was someone who was kind-hearted and they just naturally lost contact with you over the years, then absolutely, yeah, it would be certainly worth you taking a closer look into and seeing if that relationship can be built upon. Absolutely. This is really interesting to me, Gemini, because it feels like there is so much that's happening in your energy at the same time, and you might feel like you're spinning around a bit, making yourself a bit dizzy. I would say with this particular combination to avoid spreading yourself out too thinly. Try, if you can, to stay focused on one task at a time, because you don't want to be losing your thread of thought. You don't want to be getting distracted from your current path. Yeah, just try avoid spreading yourself out too thinly, okay? So Gemini, what's Gemini's energy, please? Okay, High Priestess, yeah, Moon energy. So some of you are very closely connected to the divine. The messages that you're receiving through your spirit guides, the universe. You've got the Moon, which in Tarot is Pisces energy. In Lenormand and astrology, it's Cancerian energy. But with this being Tarot, it's obviously Pisces energy. So yeah, 2 cards about the subconscious here, back to back. And with this being your current energy, Gemini, it would tell me that you're going through some kind of a spiritual growth, some kind of an ascension here with this. You feel that you can't really talk to anybody about this though, okay? You feel that you're very limited about who out there is going to understand everything that you're currently going through. And we're seeing here that you're not on your own, okay? You're not going through this by yourself. The 6 of Cups is Scorpion energy. It's someone from your past or a past life. It's the card of nostalgia and happy memories. And 3 of Swords is Libra energy. Grief, disappointment, anxiety, troubles, feeling troubled. So you're feeling really troubled, Gemini, when it pertains to something or someone from your past, someone where there is a soul connection here that you share with this particular individual. And what I'm looking at here, Gemini, is this individual has been a catalyst of change for you. They might have triggered you into a dark night of the soul, okay? So it's certainly a spiritual catalyst in human form. Ace of Cups, water energy. Ace of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. And the 8 of Coins, Virgo energy. This is the 8 of Coins again. Yeah, this is for Geminis who are focused on spiritually advancing themselves. There's some kind of natural healing ability here. There's also self-doubt and confusion as well. With these 2 aces being back to back, it tells me that you're looking for a new direction here. You're looking for something new that is going to trigger an emotional response within you, something that you really enjoy doing, something that you hold dear to your heart, something that you can really get your teeth into, and purpose as well. I'm seeing life purpose. There's a lot of confusion in your energy about your life purpose, and clarified with the 8 of coins. Remember, the 8 of coins is all about perfecting your craft, right? Hard work, dedication, diligence, working on something, being a master at something. So yeah, this read is very much about you and your life purpose, Gemini. What's the outside influences affecting Gemini, please? Loads of cards again, Gemini. I swear you're just trying to get an extended reading out of me. Right, King of Wands is Leo energy. 6 of Wands again. It's more Leo. Wow. 4 of Wands, 4 of Swords is Libra. Yeah, with that 4 of Wands, that for some reason your stability is an outside influence. And the Magician again. Yep, Gemini, Virgo. Outside influences. This is telling me that you're putting a lot of stock into another individual that is outside of you, and it could well be this spiritual catalyst that we're seeing in your reading. You could be putting too much power in their hands here, Gemini, and it's genuinely time for you to take back your power from that individual. As far as from what I can see in your reading, they've served their purpose, okay? They have triggered a dark night of the soul. They have triggered your spiritual awakening. They have triggered, for a lot of you as well, your spiritual gifts. Those gifts that you subconsciously kept locked away. As far as what I can see, they've served their purpose. They were a catalyst. They've done the job perfectly. Wave them goodbye and forget about them, all right? That's what I'm seeing. With the 4 of Swords and the Magician, again, I'm not seeing that that individual is the one that's taking action towards you anytime soon. Somebody is. Don't get me wrong here, Gemini. Somebody is categorically making a beeline straight towards you. I'm not feeling that it's your catalyst individual. I'm feeling that it's someone else. Okay, so what I'm seeing is take a chance with this newer one that's coming through, right? This past life connection. The one where you have to make your final judgment with, that we saw in that big fallout of cards, right? Take a chance with them. Right now, I'm not seeing that the one that you want to take action towards you is necessarily going to. And also, just as a side note as well with that Magician, you don't completely trust that spiritual catalyst individual anyway. When you're genuinely honest and truthful with yourself, you don't completely trust them. You don't. There's something there. You can feel it. You just know. And sometimes when you just know something, you don't always need proof. You just know. What's the outcome of this, please, for Gemini? Ah, okay. 2 of Swords is Libra energy, and the 5 of Cups is Scorpion. It's Mars in Scorpio with the 5 of Cups. And the King of Cups, more Scorpion. Yeah, so you see, with all of this 8th house energy now that's popping in your read, Gemini, this is really screaming at me that this is time for that liberation that we saw that came out right at the start of your read with the oracles. There was a heavy message there of a brand new life, liberation, freeing yourself from the stuff that's currently in your energy, the things that's keeping you stuck. 8th house energy is literally all about change, transition, liberation, freedom of spirit. It can be shared resources as well. Death, rebirth. This is your moment, Gemini, for you to rise from the ashes. You've been put through the ringer here. You have. There is no question of that, right? You cannot stay knocked out on the floor. eventually at some point you're gonna have to pick yourself back up again. I'm not saying that that's not what you've been doing. You absolutely have been doing it, but every once in a while it's like these dark thoughts, they feel all consuming in your mind. So this is all about just recognizing when that self-doubt is creeping in, and to get back on top of it again, and to remember that in this situation you are the friggin' magician. You are in control of your life, your destiny, and you're in control of not the way that others treat you. That's outside of your control, but you can control how long individuals who treat you badly stay in your life for. That's the bit where you've got control. So this is requiring you to really look at things again with a different like, you know, with a new pair of eyes, basically. Take another look, because in your outcome there's a guilty conscience here that I'm seeing, and that's, some of you are struggling with this guilty conscience about the need to move on from something or someone. You feel like in some ways that you might have failed, okay? And your message is coming out. You have not failed, right? You haven't failed. This was a necessary process or meeting for you to come into your true self. The King of Cups is all about emotional maturity, being comfortable with feelings and emotions, not ignoring the obvious, and not ignoring emotions as well. This isn't about shifting blame of any type. This is simply about rejecting this Five of Cups, which is all about so I'm getting distracted. There's someone knocking outside. It's really random. Rejecting the feelings of being rejected, okay? Rejecting the feelings of being a failure, because you're not a failure, Gemini. You're not. You're far from it. Far, 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 far from it. The energy at the bottom of the deck is the King of Coins, is Taurus energy, stability, being grounded. Yeah, it's time for you to ground yourself. Pay attention about who or what it is that you're committing to, and asking yourself the necessary question: have you committed to yourself? And if not, why not? It's time for you to commit to yourself. Ooh, and under there, the Nine of Coins, Virgo energy. Yeah, realizing, Gemini, you do not need anyone's validation to tell you who you are or who you are not. Okay, you know who you are. You know what you're made of. You don't need anybody's validation. You only need your own validation. It's for Gemini, please. Okay. Oh, look at that, Gemini. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. Abso-friggin-lutely. Yes, you're good enough. Why would you think that you weren't good enough? And if that's a thought that someone else has put in your head, Gemini, tell them to GTFO. For real. Right, it says, find the balance between the cosmic and the mundane in daily life. Worrying too much will attract more things for you to be worried about. Stop second guessing yourself. Yep. That card pretty much speaks for itself there, Gemini. Full moon in Sagittarius, look at the bigger picture. Yeah, absolutely. Take time out for a mini break or a venture. The situation may have come around because you've been distracted. Be confident to win the day. Have you shown that... I'll start that one again. Have you shown that you care? If not, then now is the time to speak your mind. Yeah, never ever be afraid to speak what's on your mind. New moon in Aries, it's time to take action. Don't even think about giving up. Yeah, absolutely. Do your best and be happy with that. Avoid being brash right now. You need a 12-month plan, and a new male is coming into your life. Interesting. So a really, really specific message there for somebody at the end with that new male is coming into your life. The main messages that are coming out with this card, Gemini, do not give up. You did your best in this really crappy situation, and you should be happy with the fact that you did your best. Taking control of the things that you do have control over, and surrendering control over the things that you do not have control over. Okay, because there is, I'm picking up here on some kind of regrets or self-resentments that someone is feeling towards themselves. And that's needing released. So Gemini, please. Thank you. Ooh, mirrored souls. Yeah. So for some of you, this could be pertaining to a twin flame counterpart as well. That energy is needing released, right? So listen to this. Right now, if you're feeling, if this reading is striking a chord with you, if you're the one that's feeling like a failure, or like you just don't know what to do with a certain twin flame connection, as I say, that feelings of failure is coming through because there's this misconception that goes around saying, oh, you have to be in union with your twin flame counterpart. Well, guess what? That's not true. That is not true. That's a myth. I don't know where it comes from, but I really wish that that myth would stop getting perpetuated around certain circles, because it's very, very harmful. Here's the rub. Twin flame connections are there purely as a catalyst to wake you up from sleepwalking through your life. That's what it's there for. It's a catalyst to change, right? Not everybody can be in union with their twin flame counterpart. And guess what? Not everybody should be in union with their twin flame counterpart. Life is not skipping through sunflower fields, running off into the sunset. Life does not work that way, right? And a lot of times you will find that some counterparts, they cannot be in union in this lifetime, and they certainly shouldn't be. And usually because there are certain things that the one of the two refuses to acknowledge about themselves, and it can be quite an explosive and toxic dynamic as well. Also not to be confused with a narcissistic empath situation. That's something else entirely different. That's edging more towards like the trauma bond side of things. So then those feelings of failure for not being in union with your twin flame counterpart, you need to cry that out, like for real. That needs to be released, because right now you're holding that in, and it's like a poison. So the feelings of resentment or feelings of being a failure because you're not in union, that needs a healthy release, okay? Right, so as I always say, you get 3 messages that come with these cards. Your first message comes from the creator of the deck. Your second and most important message comes from your own intuition while you're looking at the card. And then your third message comes from your reader and their intuition. I've done it a little bit back to front though, okay, because I've given you my message first. Right, so it says there is an undeniable spiritual connection here with this other soul, and this will help you see all facets of yourself. The person in question is indeed a mirrored soul, reflecting back to you hidden aspects of yourself. Both beautiful and challenging, the connection of mirrored souls is one of the hardest yet most fulfilling relationships that you'll ever experience. Serving as cosmic mirrors, each soul reflects aspects of the other that may need healing or balancing. Although this process can be confrontational and challenging, it is also rewarding as it accelerates the growth in both souls. So, if you have issues with self-worth and self-love, then your soulmate will soon mirror those same qualities to you, or do things that may cause those hidden shades to surface. There will be times when you will feel tested and challenged. However, if you see this beautiful partnership as an opportunity for growth, then both you and your partner will come to embody unconditional love. Each time your mirrored soul does something to aggravate and hurt you, see this moment as an invitation to go within to find the shadow or the wounded self that is being provoked by these actions. See this as a wonderful opportunity to break old belief systems and patterns that held you a prisoner of your own mind. Your mirrored soul challenges you, but also assists in freeing you from that repetitious wheel of suffering. You're moving through the Shadowlands and coming to that place of acceptance, love and compassion. This is the greatest gift that you can bestow upon each other. And the positive affirmation that comes with this card is, through the reflection of your soul, I am better able to see all aspects of myself. And the associated chakras with this card is the sacral and the heart chakra. Okay. So, ooh, really, really intense energies and a really intense message that comes with it, Gemini. You're not a failure just for not being in union with a twin flame counterpart, okay? As I've said, twin flame connections, first and foremost, they're all about union with self. Union with self, that comes first every single time. That was a bad shuffle. Let's do that one again. It's the Gemini Collective, please. Okay. Okay, so you've got Scarlet, attract success. Passion, success and vitality, is known for power, strength and dynamism. A colour of victory, allows you to confidently achieve your dreams. Wow. Scarlet. And then Jade, take action. Serenity, tranquility, love and nurturing, creates balance, harmony and self-sufficiency. Release negativity and stimulates ideas, making what is complex seem simpler and doable. Jade is a cleansing colour. It helps you to take action and make your life easier. Okay, so it might be beneficial for you at this time to either wear something that's scarlet red or jade, or you can meditate with these colours. So the next time that you meditate, imagine these colours in your mind. With this particular combination, I'm seeing that once you take all of the confusion out of this situation, you will find an easier path moving forward. You will, absolutely. Things feel quite busy and complicated in your mind right now. So the best course of action here is to try and break it down into smaller, sizable pieces. Okay. Yes, and success is pretty much assured here, Gemini. It's a really interesting read. Didn't we say at one point in your reading to avoid spreading yourself out too thinly? That'll be what that Scarlet and Jade is pertaining to as well. Breaking things down into more manageable chunks. Fire. The element of fire heralds new life, renewed passion and positive transformation. Yep. Felix Felicis, power symbol to create lucky serendipitous events. Fantastic. And Dragonfly, you bring light to this world. The initials, do we see any initials? We're seeing C, O, H, I, there's an L, a T, P, F, and a K. Okay, right, so fire. Fire, as you all know, it has the power to create or destroy. So what is it that you're going to do with this power, Gemini? There is a lucky set of events here in your energy, Gemini, that you can take advantage of as well. There's going to be like a lucky strike or a lucky breakthrough. You're going to hit something good, basically. And it's an opportunity that you can really take advantage of in order to help you move forward. And I'm feeling whatever this new project is that you're working on, there's lots of opportunities with that. And it's going to bring a lot of joy and a lot of success as well. So do not give up, do not quit. Please don't stop halfway through, because you're on to something with that. That's for Gemini. I do have to give the warning with this Rebel deck for those of you who are not familiar with me or the Rebel deck. The Rebel deck, it can get really, really sweary. It can be very blunt and a bit in your face as well. So obviously if you're not into that sort of thing, then you might want to switch out now. It's for Gemini, please. Thank you. Ooh! They broke your heart. Fuck 'em. Yep. Be fucking grateful. Shit could be so much worse. Well, I don't know, that's debatable really, isn't it? Because considering what you've been through, I don't think it could have been much worse. Believe what you see, face reality, or live in fucking la la land. Choose bravely. So, judge a person by their actions towards you, Gemini. Someone's actions towards you tells you everything that you need to know. This deck is for a bit of a laugh, okay? And you're not to take this one seriously. It's a collection of very old Scottish and Irish Celtic sayings, right? So I thought we'll give this a go and see what people think of this deck, right? A bad egg, a bad bird. If the child is bad, blame the parent. Okay, so it feels like shifting the blame. Someone's blame shifting. A bad egg, a bad bird. If the child is bad, blame the parent. You never know, Gemini. Maybe your person has issues with their parents, and because of that they've got problems with, I don't know, like authority. Perhaps in fact either you or they went through a lot of childhood trauma, and it's stuck fast. So yeah, really difficult energies to work through. But that was your reading, Gemini. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, then the link to do so is in the descriptions box and it's in the pinned comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely week and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.